change that could mean an unhappy ending for roughly 300,000 skilled workers and their families here in Canada. Faced with a sizable immigration backlog, Ottawa is considering wiping away all skilled worker applications that were received prior to 2008. But as Ala Halim explains, a new subcommittee is trying to determine if the government has the legal authority to do that.
February 27, 2008. That's the magic date, but it's not what you think. Usually, a date in the past would denote a cutoff or deadline, but in this regard, it's the reverse. Immigration applications received before that date will no longer be considered by Canadian officials. It's the way Citizenship and Immigration is attempting to reduce the backlog of cases. Having to process applications that are as many as 8 years out of date reduces our ability to focus on new applicants with skills and talents that our economy needs today. This immigration lawyer says he's been inundated with calls from clients. While he applauds Ottawa's intention to create a more flexible and expedient system, he thinks the drastic approach may have been wrong-headed. With the government moving to table legislation, Mario Bellissimo will chair the Canadian Bar Association's subcommittee tasked to investigate 5 issues.
1, the legal authority to stop the processing of the applications. 2, to actually cancel and refund. 3, a comparison to the New Zealand system where this was done previously and the consequences there. 4, we're looking at unintended consequences like on dependence, the rule of law. And 5, what this means to the integrity of the Canadian immigration system going forward.
No date has been given for when the findings will be released. The feds say applicants may reapply under the new skilled immigration program, which narrows the scope to 29 high-demand occupations.
At the same time as we're seeing this happening with the backlog, we're also seeing the family class being eroded. You can no longer sponsor parents. This was one of the last ways brothers and sisters could come. So what we want to say is take a breath, let's look at this holistically, and let's make sure that we're not just building an economic immigration program, but we're actually nation building, and I think that's what's key.
Now, to rally against what organizers are calling the, quote, unfair policies of Canada, a series of demonstrations have been planned for April 30th at Canadian High Commissions in China, Hong Kong, India, Pakistan, and the United Kingdom. Ala Halim, OMNI News, Toronto.